everyone, welcome back to Glitz and Glitter. So today I'm going to do two projects. So somebody ordered 12 of these snowflakes. I'm going to do 3 on camera. I'll do the rest off because you'll pretty much get the gist of it, but I'll show you all of them at the end. So she wants them clear with some crushed crystal, and she picked out 12 of my chunky glitter mixes, and she wants the chunky glitter mixes in the center of each one. So it's pretty simple. And then I pulled this one out because I have not done it yet, and I've had it for a week or two. This one I'm going to try to marble again. So before I do another order with marbling, this isn't the color I will be doing on the order, but it is the same brand of mica powder. This is a little bit different though, so I haven't used this one. So I'm going to try to marble it with the ocean white a little bit better than I did on a trial piece the other day. I did 2 blue starfish, but I really want to see this color because it's purple and blue. So being that it's the same brand, I want to see if I can marble it. So I think it's pretty cut and dry. I'm going to say a quick video, but that doesn't always happen. So you guys already know how long it is. I don't. All right, I'm going to mix up some resin. You ready? Before I vacuum chamber everything, I want to get everything colored, mixed, glittered, and everything. So then we'll get the bubbles out after that. So for the crushed crystal, that's for this one. I just put a little bit in there, and that's it for that one. And just stir it really, really good to break that crystal pieces up as much as possible. Do I have to vacuum chamber this? No, not really. But being in order, or if you're selling at markets or whatever and you have a vacuum chamber, I would definitely take the extra step, because glitter will hide any bubbles, but you just don't know if they're going to form or if you're gonna, I don't know. I just don't want to take any chances. So that's got a bunch of crystal in there, pretty good. I split this one for the mica and the white. So I just have this tiny, tiny little bit of white because you don't need a whole lot when you're marbling. Just gonna drip a little bit in there, not too much. It gets really heavy, your whites get heavy. And I'm just gonna mix this one up, and then we'll do that new powder I got. That looks good. The starfish were really good, but didn't quite have enough white in there. If I had them sitting around. Oh, I do have them. I'll show you if you didn't see the last video. So this was one of the videos where I tried to marble the white into the blue, and there just wasn't a whole lot more. So I'm gonna try it again before I do it in 30 ounces of resin. So let's do this one. This one you don't need a whole lot. And I'm anxious to see the color shift. Gonna need a little bit more. Okay, I'm gonna put a little more because I can see I can see my stick through here. So I definitely need more. I want a nice, rich blue-purple color. And technically you don't have to put this through a vacuum chamber, but I just don't like micro bubbles forming, especially when your silicone comes up and over an angle like that and your bubbles, they float up here. This entire piece would probably be filled with micro bubbles because they're not escaping to pop. So like if you do this one, they can escape because there's no silicone folding over the top of it. So it totally depends on your mold as well for those micro bubbles. That looks good. I'm gonna go ahead and throw everything in the chamber and get it ready. I'm not gonna put the white in, but these two colors I will. I think I'm gonna start with the easiest one first, cut and dry, so I can concentrate on the heart. So I'm just gonna spray some alcohol and pour almost completely full. And then I'll put the glitter in. And then I'll top it off with whatever it needs left. And this is just the clear and crushed crystal. And if you have them, make sure they go around the little loops of the snowflake. Otherwise, you'll be drilling a hole if you want to hang it up. That was 4 ounces for these 3. I probably have a little left over after I'm done. I don't know. We're going to find out. So for the glitter, all I'm going to do is just scoop it and place it in the center and mix it in, trying to keep it in the center. I'm sure it will travel, but she just doesn't want it traveling to all of the points. And chunky glitter will sink, which I think will be fine. So there is the chunky opal. Then we've got Abyss, which is a purple, blue, green. I do have some handmade snowflakes coming in this order from Into Resin. So I'm excited to try those. They're a little bit different design. I don't think there is a middle. I checked on the order to make sure there was no middle to do this design before I made all these for her. And this one is called Pinky Keen. I'm just pretty much just getting it underneath the resin so it's not all laying on the back, floating away. Then I'll just go eye level. I need a little more right here. I'll just go eye level and fill it all the way up. Make sure it's domed nice. Make sure all these parts are filled in with a dotting tool. And then, like I said, I'll just do the rest of them off camera. You don't need to watch me pour 12 of them. But I'm sure you want to see what they all look like, so I'm just filling them all up. And one more. So 4 ounces for these. If you get these molds is perfect if you're gonna dome them. I'm sure I could scrape a little bit out, but I don't know that I really need it. I don't want to go too high. I will spray them with alcohol to pop those surface bubbles. And now I'm going to try to move these aside without spilling them. All right, let's work on these. I'm going to spray one at a time. Get it down there. Oh man, I got some glitter in there. I didn't want in there. Let me try to get it out. I don't want it in there. Nothing some tape can't fix, right? Much better. Now I'm gonna stick the same fingers in these. I'm trying not to get glitter in. I probably just did again. It's on my gloves, that's the problem. Yeah, I did. Let me clean this up, you guys. I'll be right back. I think I got it. I sure hope there's not like one stray piece of glitter. There's nothing worse than that in your resin pieces. So, especially when you don't want glitter. All right, what I'm gonna do is take a little bit of, oh, this is getting warm too. Taking too long. Let me just give it a little stir. I am gonna spray that. And then just pour a little bit on the top. I don't necessarily think we have to mix it because it's gonna go in. See, I feel like I needed more white, but I guess we're gonna find out. I hope I have enough resin for this mold. And then I'm just gonna take the rest. I'm not gonna stir it this time. Oh, almost forgot. So I think this one had more white in it. We're gonna find out if it worked or not. Oh my gosh, I had just enough. Look at that. Perfect. I think I have enough to dome this one. And that's it. I could probably make one little pendant. All right, I'll see you on demold. Let's unmold these babies and see what we got here. And then I can get the other ones finished. So for you, it'll be a split second, but for me, it will be a couple days. Sometimes I wish I was on your end. There is the Abyss. That is the purpley one, purpley pink. Now in the camera you can't see the sparkle dust, but it's in there. What do you think? I think they're really pretty. She had a good vision on these things. This one is the Pinky Keen. I just wish these molds were shinier. That's the one gripe I have about this the Snowflake. I wish they were shiny, shiny, shiny. I mean, they're shiny, but I've seen shinier. This one's pretty. And then this one was the Opal Chunky. I did have one extra that I finished already for you. It's a little pendant that I made out of the rest of that blue purple, which to me now looks just blue. Interesting. And here's the opal. Again, I wish it was a little more shiny, but they're not too bad. I just don't understand how you can control the shininess of a mold. All right, let's get this one out. Oh, here's the extra. I couldn't decide which side was prettier. This one has a lot of sparkle and a little bit of white, so I did top coat this side with UV resin. And then I like the way that effect came out too, so I top coated that side. So whoever ends up with it, it's a reversible pendant. Pretty smart, huh? All right, let's see how bad this one is to get out. And hope there's not a rogue piece of glitter on it. I do not see any purple, you guys. I thought for sure it was going to be purpley blue. Little shimmer in there. Again, this one is not like stupendously shiny either. These two are from Shein. And see, the vacuum chamber avoided micro bubbles back there, so it's all nice and smooth. I mean, I like the marbling effect. It did work, so I do know that for the big project I have coming up. So let me get this one out and see how they fit together. Yeah, I don't see any purple in these. And yes, they fit together like perfectly. Look at that. It is a jar. I like this side much better. So your top can be your top or your bottom can be your top. It doesn't matter. They're both exactly the same when they're put together. What do you think? I think I'm gonna pick a top and, well, I think I need to fill both of these in with some UV resin. maybe. I need to, well, whichever the top would be, because this one is not exactly perfectly flat. This side's pretty though. Do need to trim. All right, let me get that done and let me finish all of these snowflakes, and I will see you in a couple of days. And in the blink of an eye, everything is done. So I did a couple little extras. Here's a little magnet and a keychain, the starfish on it. Now this powder stained my molds, so I'm not sure if they're stained forever. But yeah, not too crazy about that. These are my good water ripple molds, and I can't get that out. So there's that. Here's another little bench that I did. Did you guys see that video with the bench? Well, because all of her little bears didn't fit on the one, she wanted another one. I used the other bench part of the mold. Here, I'll show you. Because remember, this one is out of shape the way it came, and I didn't notice, so I didn't want to do it again. So I asked her if I could do this one instead, and she said yes. So that's what I did. That's this one. So flowers didn't fit in there because it's just too small. So there's her bench. Here is the jar. That's all I did to it. I was a good girl. I didn't go crazy. So that was finished. You've seen these three are the three I just showed you. And here's the pendant. Okay, I'm just going to go through these quickly. I don't know the names offhand, but here's one. If I can remember names, I think that's, I don't know. I think that's Mia's mix. I'm not sure. Don't ask me the names. I can't remember. I don't remember what they all are. Here's another one. They're all really pretty. This one is super bling. I know that one. It's a holographic chunky. And I know this one is cinnamon sticks. You could find all of these in my eBay store. You'll just have to search for them. Here's a red chunky. I can't remember the name of it offhand. And then a goldish one that's holographic. This one I know is Midnight Bling. This one traveled a little bit over here, but it's not too bad. Here is the green. Clover, I think, is this one, green and yellow. And this one I know is Elegance, my pink chunky. So, you know, you can't control the resin where it's going to move. So some of them did go in those points, but it's not a complete and utter glitter snowflake. So I think she'll be happy with them. I will send pictures as I usually do. And that's it, guys. That is the whole video today. I will get some pictures somehow, some way. It's hard to do on these clear type ones, but I'm going to try. You may have a white background on the back of them, but at least you'll be able to see them. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for joining me today. It was good to talk to all of you. All right, guys, you all have a blessed day. I'll see you then. Bye, everyone.